if focused on creating learning material standards that would exceed the expectations of educators and learners.
My fourth book is officially up, so please check it out. Link is in the description below. This is a collection, again, of short stories and poems, and this one is more tied to the theme of psychological thriller. So if you're a fan of those, you'll like my books. See you all next time.
I enjoyed doing that thing with the Dark Knight trilogy, specifically with Batman Begins, so I thought I would do it again with Macbeth. Macbeth is actually... This and Othello are my favorite Shakespearean plays, and if I was personally an actor, I would like to... if I got offered the role of Macbeth or Othello, I would say yes on the spot, because I would love to do this play. So I thought I would do this again for the role of Macbeth. And I'm going to do these videos the same way I did the Batman ones, just not as extensive because there's not as much parts to it as there is to Batman as there is to Macbeth. For research, by the way, the obvious thing is I would read the play, but the other thing is I recommend, if you ever are really into reading Shakespeare, try to buy these versions. The Oxford Shakespeare. Buy these versions of the play, because not only do these have the actual play in it, but they have historical context to the play and the actual history of the play as well, like what inspired Shakespeare, the evolution of the play, like how many different adaptations there were over time, and all this kind of stuff. And yeah, I highly recommend getting those if you can. So yeah, I'll keep you guys updated, and I'll do the same thing I did with this as I did with the Batman. And I hope you guys enjoy this, and I'll see you all very soon with another Macbeth video. And also, I would also obviously research the time period and obviously try to do like how to do because this is also known as the Scottish play, of course. So I would try to maybe also try to do research how to do a Scottish accent to an extent. So I'll try and see how things go. All right, I'll give you guys updates along the way. See you all next time. Alright everyone, so like I did with the Batman character, if I was asked to play Batman, I'm going to do the same with Macbeth. But with Macbeth, I thought about with the workout routine and the diet plan, more specifically because he's a warrior and because he is a character from the 1600s. It would be a workout plan and diet plan that's all completely very natural. So it would be a diet plan and a workout routine that is very simple, but also very natural. So no help of any equipment of any kind, not even cardio equipment like bikes or treadmills. Food would be very natural stuff, chicken, pork, that kind of stuff, vegetables, lots of vegetables. And I feel like this guy would naturally look a little skinnier because he fights in battle a lot, and then he suddenly comes home, so I feel like during battle this guy probably wouldn't eat much. I want to say though about the workout too, one more thing is, if there was to be added on equipment, it would be natural equipment. So for example, I could, hold on to like, let's say 5 different books in my hands and then use those to squat instead of doing, dumbbells or barbells for squat. So that's how I personally feel like it would be done. And so yeah, and some of that would be very natural. And now I'll do this similar to the Batman video, but there is going to be a difference here, a slight difference, and that difference is with this video. So I structured that video with showing you all the diet stuff first, and then showing you all the workouts and then diets. Well, this one I'm just gonna like record as things go on throughout the day, and when the day is over, just like I did that one, I'll just do like some self-reflection and thinking back. So let's get started, and I hope you guys enjoy this.
Alright, so one exercise I'm going to do is pure body weight, like squats, so no equipment, anywhere on me, dumbbells, nothing. So, I'm also still going to do those fight-like movements, or martial arts-like movements, like I did with that minimum, because, he's a fighter, so I feel like he would kind of strengthen himself in that way, in one way or another, so. Alright, in terms of back exercise, I'm going to do this one, in terms of body weight, as for the back exercise. For now, I'm going to do other back exercises later, of course. Next leg exercise is going to be, lunges with a punch to the front. So, I'll show. Lunge, and then punch forward. But try to go opposite. Yeah, try to go opposite leg, opposite arm. So, left hand, right foot. So, right foot lunge, punch. Left foot lunge, punch. And then keep doing that for another leg exercise. Alright, so meal one is officially complete. I started thinking about this a little bit, and I realized something. The way I personally interpret Macbeth after I reread the play was a man who, before the play even started, this is a man who I think is very angry and very bitter and had a lot of bad things happen to him. And I think because of that, he manifested that bitterness into anger and to violent instinct and to a bit of a bloodlust. And I feel like because of that, he came across as a bit arrogant. And like in the way I see it personally is Macbeth has naturally had these bad tendencies about him: violence, a bloodlust, murder, and everything. But I think the conscious part of his brain, the logical part of his brain, is, hey, you can't act like this all the time. So you have to be reasonable, right? You can't just randomly kill people, unless that behavior is enabled by someone like Lady Macbeth or other people, or like, for example, in war, that that kind of behavior is obviously, of course, in the battles that he's in specifically, that kind of behavior is acknowledged or enabled and needed. So that's why he would act like that. So I feel like when he comes home, he wouldn't be like, oh, okay, I gotta eat as healthy as possible to be the best fighter. He would have the mentality to be the best fighter in his army and best swordsman and everything. But I feel like what he wouldn't do would be that he wouldn't come home and be like, okay, I'm eating chicken and vegetables all day so that I can be the best I can. I feel like he wouldn't. I feel like he would eat like chicken or, if he lived in modern times, I feel like he would occasionally eat cake or chocolate and all these kinds of things, because this arrogance about him, in the sense of like he wants to just kind of like not get a free pass, but to kind of hide his dark impulses. He has to take it out on other things. For example, like food, like eating whatever he wants, or he might eat or drink 5 bottles of wine in a day just because he feels like it. I'm not doing that, by the way. I'm not going to do that for the diet. I don't even like drinking alcohol at all, so no thanks for me. So yeah, I'll keep you guys updated on the food, but for now, meal number one is complete. Alright, so next exercise. Lay on a couch or a chair and specifically a couch or a bed because you can like lay back a bit, lift legs up, and kick out as if you're kicking out. And that'd be a pretty decent ab exercise or core exercise. Alright, so for a chest exercise, so obviously push-ups is one you could do, but not traditional push-ups. So push-ups, but like, yeah, or some kind of movement to it, not just a typical like push-up. Also, another pretty decent chest exercise to do would be to do dips, and so do dips, then kick forward. Yeah, those kind of stuff. What I meant by natural is you can use the natural environment around you. So the couch that I'm on, using that for dips, and if you want to do inclined push-ups by putting your feet up on the couch and doing push-ups, that kind of stuff is fine, just no artificial help, so like machines and weights and that kind of stuff. Alright everyone, so to change up the workout a little bit for Macbeth, I'm changing it to doing a bit of a workout that is like still doing the same stuff, but to change it up a bit, I'm going to do a bit of cardio, but I'm just going to go for a walk. I'm not going to go for running anything, just to kind of get out a bit, because it's been a while since I've gone out of the house, and just going for a simple walk I feel like shouldn't be a big deal. I'm not going to go far. So yeah, I officially started to stopwatch on my phone to kind of say how long I've gone, and I will note it down, and I will let you guys know when this is up, when this walk is over. I'll let you know how long I've been walking for. Alright, keep it posted. So I just fell asleep. I just woke up, don't know why. Guess I've just been too tired, maybe, I don't know, lack of going outside, I don't know, but I fell asleep. I guess that took up some time. Slept for like an hour. Took up some time of exercise. Better get back to it. And eating as well. Alright, so just like the Batman one, there'll be fight training and like punching and kicks and even swords like movements for the Macbeth workout, because like fight training, right? He's a knight and he's a soldier and he's a warrior, so that's why he would do this. He knows how to fight, so that's another thing I feel like I would incorporate into the workout. Alright, so finally, just like the Batman one, I wanted to do an official final kind of like reflection on my experiences doing this workout, and my thoughts on diets and everything else while doing this workout for this character. Actually, I had a lot of fun doing this. It was actually very different than the Batman one, which is obvious because Batman and Macbeth are not the same thing. Every character I think you play is different in one way or another, even if you play different versions. I think if I did, for example, the film version of Macbeth that was like, let's say in modern day, I would have done the research and the workout a little bit differently than if he was living in older times. I was just doing it based off the play, but I was just doing it just like on a general basis. I know I said in the diet that I was doing it kind of like in modern day. I was just doing it as like the play itself, and just was, because I wasn't looking at any specific version. I was just looking at like, what if I was just asked to just play Macbeth, and how I would eat, and it's because to reflect the character, because I feel like the workout itself should kind of reflect the character in a way of what he is capable of doing. And I enjoyed this one actually more than the Batman one. Surprisingly, actually, I didn't think I was going to enjoy it more than the Batman one, but I enjoy it more. This one was much more... the workout itself I actually found much more freeing in the sense of it was very convenient. You know, I didn't have to worry about having a barbell near me or having a bike or anything. I could just do it anywhere because it was just all body weights and it was, you know, body weight stuff and it was all natural stuff. In terms of diet, I actually like this one more. Not because I ate a little leaner and I ate some bad food this time, but the main thing is, the main reason I enjoyed this one more was because I actually don't feel incredibly full right now, and I don't feel like as if I don't feel heavy or anything like that. I actually feel pretty okay, surprisingly. Like with the Batman one, I felt heavy. I felt like by the time I was done, I felt heavy. I felt big. I didn't feel. I didn't feel sick or anything, but I just like I could feel the workout and I could feel the diet specifically, and yeah. But this one I felt more. I felt a lot more. Just a lot more fun and much more lenient, which kind of goes to a reflection of the times. You know, Macbeth takes place in the 1600s in a very natural workout, a very natural diet and all this stuff. But I enjoyed playing this character, or doing the workout for this character in the diet plan, and a little bit more than the Batman ones. Next one, I don't know which one I'm going to do next for sure, to be honest, but you guys will get an update just like the rest. And I want to say this as well. I'm going to try to do every single one of these workout videos differently so that way they don't feel like the same thing over and over and over again. So I can have a little bit more fun with them and hopefully you guys can have a little bit more fun watching them. So one of the things I'm also actually thinking of doing is just kind of having them all be different, so that's why the Batman one I staged it in like 2 parts. So one part was the diet, and one part was the workout, and the second part was the diet. This one I literally filmed stuff and took pictures of stuff in the order that I did it, and just random things I did throughout the day. Because of this workout, like when I filmed myself saying I woke up from a nap, surprisingly enough, this really took it out on me. I don't know if it was, to be honest, this itself, if it was the workout itself, or it was just because I was tired or whatever it was. Yeah, just, I feel like I needed to kind of show you guys that because it kind of took it out of me that I actually had to have a power nap to kind of gain some energy back. And for the next one, I'm going to have it be different as well, so that way I can kind of have it be more fun for you guys and a little bit more enjoyable. Thank you so much for watching, everyone, and I hope you enjoyed this workout video, and stay tuned for more parts of What If I Was Asked to Play Macbeth. See you all next time.
Alright, so we got the workout done, we got everything else done, now we've got to actually talk about how I would actually play the role of Macbeth. Now, one thing that actually really clicked in my mind from the very beginning was it's also known as the Scottish play, and it's obviously inspired a lot by Scotland, so I would try to do a Scottish accent, and I honestly, I did try to look at videos of how to do a Scottish accent and whatever, but I started thinking, it would also depend on what the director wanted. Like, for example, if it was, and I think it wouldn't really matter if it was play or screen either, to an extent, but I think not a whole lot, which would be if the director, let's say he or she, said, okay, I'm just doing a play of Macbeth, I just want you to know the play well, I'm not concerned about you doing a Scottish accent, just focus on the more important thing, like the acting and such. I'm not concerned about the accent. I'd be like, okay, no problem, but if someone said, okay, I want to make the most, historically accurate version of Macbeth, where he would be Scottish, he would be, just someone who's clearly a product of that time period, I would be like, okay, like, I'll try to my best to perfect an accent. So I feel like that's how I would play the role. I would also, from a look perspective, I would actually just stop shaving, like, my head and my face, like, completely, like, just no longer get any haircuts and no longer shave my facial hair, and just kind of, like, let it grow, because I feel like Macbeth, like, again, part of the punishment and part of the incense of, like, his bitterness, his post-traumatic stress disorder, he didn't care about, like, his look. He just, he was more focused on fighting and war. Because the way, personally, I would play Macbeth from a personality perspective is someone who has had so many tragedies in his life that he takes out his anger on other things, and to the point where he has kind of adapted some bad behavior, like eating whatever he wants, being a bit angry, having a temper, that kind of stuff, But he understood that he had to be respectful. He couldn't just randomly kill people unless it was in battle where he felt it was necessary. Unless he had people enable that behavior, like his wife did with wanting to kill Duncan and so on after he became king and became paranoid and with the witches and everything else. So yeah, that's how I personally would play the role. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll have a new video like this coming very soon. See you all next time.
It focused on creating learning material standards that would exceed the expectations of educators and learners.
My fourth book is officially up, so please check it out. Link is in the description below. This is a collection, again, of short stories and poems, and this one is more tied to the theme of psychological thriller. So if you're a fan of those, you'll like my books. See you all next time.